In early 2007, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi handed down a mandate, make the Capitol green. The idea, an environmentally friendly Capitol and example to the country. So 2 years later, have they done it? To find out, we turn to Amy Morris of Federal News Radio 1500 AM, who just completed a 10-part reporting series called Beneath the Green Dome. Amy, great to see you as always. Thanks for being here. So, what did you find? Have they done anything?
They have. In
Really?
fact, depending on who you ask, they've reduced their carbon footprint to zero. It depends on who you ask, and it depends on how you crunch the numbers, because they still have to travel. Lawmakers still have to travel. That's really the big sticking point. If you travel within D.C., you've got mass transit, you've got metro, zip cars. That makes it a lot easier.
But if you live in California, you still got
Alaska, or Guam,
yep, right,
or Puerto
Hawaii.
Rico, exactly. So they have to fly. That kind of skews the numbers a little bit. But for the most part, yes, they are working very hard to reduce their carbon footprint, if not zero, very close to zero.
So what have they been doing?
Okay, on the House side, this blew my mind. On the House side, they've changed all of their House cafeterias to compostable materials. Your water bottles and your utensils, containers for your food are all compostable. And what I figured out, what I didn't know, it never occurred to me, there's a difference between being recyclable and being compostable.
Compostable meaning it breaks down.
It breaks down. If you're recyclable, you can recycle it. But if you accidentally throw that water bottle in the trash and it goes into a landfill, it may not ever break down because you need light and air and all that kind of stuff. But if you're compostable, you're going to break down, or the item is going to break down in 90 days. It's going to turn to dirt, no matter where it winds up, even if it accidentally winds up in the landfill. They've changed all of their cafeterias on the House side to use this stuff. They have a pulper to tear it all up, and the money that they've saved from the tipping fees for landfills and the energy that they're saving has more than already paid for the price of the pulper and the contracts.
And this is the House side, but what about the Senate?
Senate side has changed over their coal plant to natural gas. That's one thing. The other thing is they have something called sunlight harvesting, or light harvesting. And what they do is they've put sensors in all of the lights in all of the offices throughout the Senate side. So if you have natural light coming in, the lights will not come on. They also have changed the lights in the Library of Congress. So if you walk into the stacks of books, the lights would normally have stayed on automatically for a couple of hours. And they've changed that to 15 minutes. It's little things, and it's added up to a whole lot.
What about technology? I mean, everybody has a computer. Many offices probably have more than one computer, and that eats up a lot of energy.
It eats up a lot of energy, and those computers get hot. If you ever feel the back end of your computer and you feel all that heat coming out, and the offices in the House side are really kind of small, so the heat builds up, then you have to turn on the air conditioner.
And you have to turn a fire.
You see how it works.
Right.
So what they have to do is, and what they're doing is they're moving all of that data to sort of a cloud, an undisclosed location that I got to look at.
Undisclosed locations, we love those.
It is an undisclosed location because this is where all the House of Representatives data lives now. It's their emails, it's their computer data, it's their desktops, and it's all in one room that they have to keep for security reasons, undisclosed. And that's where all of that heat is, and that's where all of it is contained, so the offices are now cooler. It seems like such a simple thing, why they've never done it before. Now, not everybody's moved over there yet, but they're in the process of doing it. And the really neat thing is, nobody's against this. Everybody really digs the idea, so everybody's on board and they're moving over as fast as the technology will let them.
Well, this is very exciting. Congress doing something right for a change.
It's working
How about that?
Yeah.
Amy Morris, thank you so much.
Thanks, Beverly.